what happened to clan merch. It's still there, but just letting you know right off the bat, if you do order off of clan the merchfan.com, it's going to be a minute because I'm literally getting ready to go to Japan. I won't be here for basically the month of July, most of July. So yeah, but you can order on there. I'll get to it in August. All right, Giannis. A lot of Spurs fans been hitting me up about Giannis, okay? And people have asked what are my thoughts. And I'm gonna be candid, man. I'm gonna be completely real with you guys. Okay, before I give my thoughts, actually. So Giannis isn't happy, according to Chris Haynes. We do have this right here, in which Giannis posted, "I don't know what's going on right now, man." And this is his mood, 100%. And this is right after they got rid of Damian Lillard. So I was trying to understand why they did that, right? Like, I guess I get it, where you're just trying your best that you can to hold on to Giannis and create some type of a winning team and make enough room so you could just make something happen. But this is just ugly, man. And with the new CBA, you're not going to be able to, just construct a championship winning team without every dollar to your disposal, right? So I think that this is a little wild. When they initially got Dame, I thought that it was too much of a deal anyways. I thought it was like, we're kind of steering away from the whole, you need 3 superstars on a team, to win a championship, or you need like 2 superstars to win it. Not necessarily, right? You can get away with a superstar and a star, and then along with a bunch of role players in depth. But this is really weird. Really, really strange. So the question now is, does this hold true? This right here. So this was from ESPN. This is Windhorse. Should I make it? I probably won't make it big because I don't want it might get copyright claimed. I have no idea. But this is what Windhorse had to say about Giannis.
They can't trade.
Oh wait, I can't hear anything. Could you guys hear that? Oh, I can't hear anything because my... All right, hopefully it keeps going.
Any of them. And
okay, I can't hear a word of this. I'm gonna put it on my... I'll put on my echo. Hopefully you guys don't hear it. Well, I'll make sure you don't.
So I honestly do not see how the Bucks are going to be a team that at the end of the week we look at and say that's a guaranteed top 4 team. And basically, I think Giannis has sort of let them off the hook to a certain extent. He did not apply pressure this offseason by sort of making it clear that he didn't necessarily want to be there.
And that's a big problem in my opinion. I know Giannis want to stay loyal to his team or whatnot, but I mean, you gotta say, hey, this is my destination, because things are getting really bad, bro. Things are getting really bad.
He has just basically done his regular off season, gone overseas and been with his family. And the Bucks, who are really strapped from spending and asset perspective, I don't see as much they can do. And a lot of teams that think that they could trade for Giannis have been watching this very closely. And teams like San Antonio or Houston or Miami or New York, they specifically have stayed out of other major transactions and in Houston's case, saved assets in the Durant trade to potentially chase Giannis. And the reason they did that was because they're not sure Giannis is going to look at the Bucks' work this week and think that's a team that compete either.
All right, so first and foremost, we don't like Houston here, but big shout out to them because they've been doing some really good deals. We have to give credit where it's due. They've really done a good job of trying to maximize everything they can with their team, with that young core that they have. So here, I'm just trying to switch out these. Is it? Can I? Oh, okay, cool. This sounds actually pretty good. So what I was gonna say was, when it comes to Giannis, my personal opinion is I don't want to do anything. And the only reason why I don't want to go after Giannis well, there's two reasons. One of them is the same that it's been. Is number one, he hasn't made anybody his destination, right? Like it, and that was the issue before. Like the whole reason why Kevin Durant was going to be so cheap and why I personally wanted to just go ahead and do it is because he made it known that he wanted to go to San Antonio. Obviously, you have to give a couple more teams, but he made it known, I want to go to San Antonio. And no matter what type of deals they were getting outside of that, they weren't able to make that happen because at the end of the day, he said, I'm only going to sign an extension to these 2-3 teams, right? And with this situation with Giannis, he hasn't said anything. It's going to take a lot to get him, rightfully so. He's one of the greatest players to ever walk this earth. I just don't know if I really want to do that. Because, yeah, the Spurs are pretty set for the future, but we can still use a few more pieces, you know, with the drafts coming up. And not only that, this, you know, we just made this, but this right here, like this depth chart that we haven't gotten to see a legitimate season with Fox and Wimby. They barely played together. I'm not saying we have to get rid of Fox to get Giannis, more than likely not, but I want to see this core. I want to see what we got here, right? Like I tell you guys all the time with Keldon, I have a big enough sample size. I know exactly what I'm going to get out of Keldon. Okay. I know what I'm getting. But everyone else, right? I want to see a healthier Fasel, but I think I know what I'm getting. But if he's a fourth option, that's perfect. We got plenty of options now. I want to see Fox and how he gels with Wimby, right? I want to see Harper in that lineup and see how quickly he gets adjusted to the NBA. I want to see Jeremy Sohan and see if he can stretch the floor a little bit more with how good his three-point shooting looks. Like, I just feel like if you throw Giannis into the mix of all this and you're dishing out, I mean, if it doesn't take much, sure, but it's going to take a lot. And you're just dishing out all these players and these picks. We never even got a chance to see how this pans out, right? So not only has Giannis not made it known that he wants to come to San Antonio, which makes it a little more difficult for us, we also haven't even gotten to see a legitimate season with this team, right? Fox is not a top 5 point guard. You don't know ball. Who's a top? Give me your top 5 point guards. Like, what are you talking about? Probably not top 10. That's insane. He's definitely a top 5 point guard. Okay. You're responding to Yop Yop, who said Fox is currently a top 5 NBA point. Yes, he is. Undoubtedly, he's a top 5 point guard. Yeah, please give us 10 point guards better than Fox. That's wild. Please. Anyways, so yeah, I don't know, man. I'm one that's not necessarily in a camp to go after Giannis. People ask, like, would you be willing to give up Sohan for Giannis? He's Giannis, okay? I think a lot of people, because I don't want to be too, controversial or pushy here, but I think because you don't understand the value that Sohan brings, and when I praise that value and I'm like, this is an important player for the team, you construct in your head that I think that Sohan's a superstar or something crazy. Like, I never said that. So yes, for Giannis, of course he's worth all of that, but I don't think that I want to get rid of it, right? I don't think it's worth it. I just don't think it's worth it. Short term it is, long term, I mean, why? We don't have to do that. Sohan for Giannis straight up is unrealistic, though. I mean, obviously. I was just saying, like, people have brought up, like, what if it has to involve Sohan? Would you, like, yes, he's worth that, but, I don't want to get rid of much of anything right now. I want to see the season pan out. We got time. I want to see it pan out. No need to panic. I feel like throwing everything on the table for Giannis is a panic, especially if he doesn't actually say he wants to go to your team. But yeah, so those are my thoughts.